Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you remember, I used to have a bunch of short videos going over my entire Nascar Diecast collection. I've recently decided to get rid of those in favor of a newer one. If you remember the last one, I ended with carded stuff. This time I've decided I'm going to start with the carded stuff. So here we go. These first ones on the bottom here are the ones I'm going to start with because they are special because they are autographed. We've got a autographed Tim Flock. Don't ask me how I got that. My mother found that one. Autographed Brett Bodine Lowe's Thunderbird. Got a Noah Gregson car for the Charlotte Knights, autographed by the mascot himself. Shout out to you, Homer, if you're watching this. And this one I only put down here with the special ones because it's two different numbers in one. I don't know how I'd sort that. And we got two Rodney Combs cars. We got a Busch car and we got a Truck Series truck. All right, now for the rest of the carded stuff. Starting off, we've got a Buckshot Jones. We've got a Kansas commemorative car from 2001. We've got a Mark Martin 2007. That Daytona 500 loss still hurts. A couple Jeff Gordons. Got an Andy Hillenberg. Got three Ross Chastains, including the Hail Melon car in the middle. And rounding out this row, we've got a Tropicana 400 commemorative car from 2002. All right, moving on to the next row, we've got a Austin Cindric rookie car, I believe. Yep, that's a rookie scheme. Got the yellow stripes. Got a Sheldon Creed, he'll never win. Throwing back to this car, actually, a Dale Earnhardt's AC Delco car from the Suzuka race in 1996. Later used by his son Dale Jr. in the Busch Series. And speaking of Dale Jr. in the Busch Series, here's his Nilla Wafers and Nutter Butter car. And we've got a chrome Bobby Hamilton, a chrome Terry Labonte. We've got a Tommy Houston, a gold Jeff Bodine. We've got a Bobby Daughter, Hut Strickland, and in the next row we've got another Hut Strickland, followed by Dale Jr.'s 2004 Daytona 500 win. And we've got a Chase Elliott thrown back to his father. Then we've got a chrome Ricky Rudd. And a Scott Riggs, car's kind of upside down, sorry. Got a Jeremy Mayfield and a pair of Ryan Newmans. One a test car and one is a 2003 primary. Insert that crash he had at Daytona. Next we've got, this is actually a Jerry Nadeau. Got a Tiny Lund next to him. And the next row we've got a Ted Musgrave and then a Greg Biffle, rest in peace. We've got a couple Darrell Waltrips, and then we got a Matt Kansas. That one's one of those that transitions between a regular car and a test car. This one's still carded, so I can't show. Got a Casey Atwood. He was rushed to Cup too early. And we got a couple Tony Stewarts. We got a Michael Waltrip. Is not the worst driver in NASCAR, period, despite what Clint Boyer might say. And we've got an Elliott Sadler. And, unfortunately, one of the guys that everybody hates right now, Austin Hill. Got a Jeff Gordon, Wally Dallenbach, an Ernie Irvin, and a Derek Cope. We've got a Mike Skinner. We've got a Bristol commemorative car from 1992, I believe. Yeah, 1992. And we've got a couple Scott Pruitts. And we've got a Ricky Craven. That one's actually a Pontiac, if you can kind of see that. Moving on to the next row, we got a couple more Ernie Irvins, including a chrome one. We've got a couple Kenny Schraders. And we got Robbie Gordon. He's a piece of shit. Even though that's what he called Michael Waltrip. Well, Mikey just defended himself. And we've got a Hendrick Motorsports commemorative. And we got a Bobby Hamilton. And Jimmy Johnson. And Kyle Petty next to him. And another Ricky Craven. That one's the 1998 car he drove, number 50. Moving up, no more 50s, but we do have some 60s. We've got a Jim Bound, a Dick May. Yes, that's actually the guy's name. A CBS Sports commemorative car, haha, 69, funny number. Got a Todd Bodine. I believe that 77 is Robert Presley. It's from 2001. It's the car Jasper Motorsports ran after 9/11. And a Dale Jarrett, another Dale Jr. We've got a 1992 Talladega commemorative, a 1996 Matchbox promo, and a Jimmy Spencer. Speaking of Talladega, he actually wrecked that thing at Talladega in 1992. Jeremy Mayfield. Apparently that Jeremy Mayfield finger hut car is kind of rare. Jeff Burton, Daniel Suarez. Shame he's not going to drive the 99 anymore. And rounding out the carded stuff, we've got a Dale Jr. download commemorative car. Yeah, they made a commemorative car for Dale Jr.'s podcast. Definitely suggest listening to it. It's pretty good. With that said and done, we can now finally get on to the loose stuff. And sorry if you hear Haley barking. She's upset that I'm out here without her because I have the door open. She thinks my mother's home. Anyway, starting with the loose stuff, we have an Eric McClure Busch car. Moving on to a few Buckshot Jones cars. 2000 Daytona 500 Hot Wheels promo. Got a Coke 600 promo from 2000. That was supposed to be a Michael McDowell 2008 Gen 4 custom. As NASCAR originally wanted to keep running the Gen 4 for a few races in 2008 in the Cup Series. I really got to repaint that. The paint's all coming off. You got this custom 00 Coca-Cola car, which was supposed to be my take on what the Gen 8 car would look like after the Gen 7 was revealed. Of course, now we know it's that NASCAR shit. Got a 2001 Daytona 500 promo. Rest in peace, Dale Sr. 2001 California Speedway promo. We got a custom 2003 Jerry Nadeau. Shame his career ended so short. Custom 2007 Mark Martin, I never finished. It's a Hot Wheels Classic #1. We got a Donnie Allison, Terry Labonte, Rick Mast, a couple Hot Wheels fantasy castings, and another Rick Mast, a few more fantasy castings, another Rick Mast, Coke 600 promo. I believe Dale Earnhardt drove that #1 IROC Pontiac, the gold one. At a Hermes Sadler, Dale Jr.'s 1998 Japan car. I believe in 98 they were at Twin Ring Motegi. And I know in 96 they were at Suzuka. We got a couple Steve Parks. Got a Randy LaJoy, a nice Steve Park reverse scheme. A couple more, ones at custom I never finished. I believe I painted over a Jay Sauter car for that one, I don't remember. Got a Bobby Labonte 2001 IROC car with the X-pipe on the bottom. So, very nice detail, they included that. Hot Wheels custom that I believe, this is the 2005 first edition stocker, I believe, that I kind of modified to look like a Steve Park car. But this is either Kurt Busch or Jamie McMurray. I think it's McMurray. And we've got another take on what the Gen 8 would look like, using an Amazoom. That one's actually more accurate. Then we've got a Ryan Newman 2001 rookie car. Ran part-time in the 02. We've got a 2002 Coke 600 promo. Rusty Wallace Classic Ride. A Dale Earnhardt. Another Rusty Wallace. And a Ricky Craven. And that rounds out this drawer. Moving on to the next drawer, I've got all these stored in toolboxes. Got a couple more Ricky Cravens. Couple more Rusty Wallaces. Now this one back here is interesting, is the original chassis broke due to metal fatigue, so I had to replace it with a spare Hot Wheels Nerve Hammer chassis I had. It kind of works with the exhaust that was on the Nerve Hammer, so I just used what I had. Behind that we've got a Junior Johnson. I know it doesn't fit the numbering order, but it was the only spare place I had to put it. Had a lot of Rusty Wallaces. A 1997, two 98s, 2000, 2002, 2003, and his 2001 Mobile Clean 7500 car from 2005. A couple Hot Wheels Stalkers, then a couple of Camaros. Got a Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski. I believe this one is his 2020 Bristol win. And we've got this Hot Wheels Draftnator that's in there. It's a Craftsman truck. Moving on to the threes, we've got these two Coke 600 promos. This Hot Wheels Chevy Stalker, and lots of Dale Earnhardts. I believe this is his 1989 Lumina, ranging up to his another one of his AC Delco Suzuka cars, then the Wheaties car, and Dale Jr.'s car that he won 2 straight Busch championships, excuse me. Dale Jr. won 2 straight Busch championships in that car. And on to the next drawer. Next drawer, we've got the last of the Dale Earnhardts, including his Peter Max car, his Oreo car, and his final race, that being 2001 Busch Clash or Bud Shootout. Rest in peace, Dale Earnhardt, and his final win. Also got a few Austin Dillons and one custom, also a Hot Wheels original and a 2005 Charger body. A few Austin Dillons, including his 2019 Daytona 500 car that I got autographed, so that was nice. I actually met Austin Dillon. He's a nice guy. He may have wrecked Joey Logano on the track, which Logano deserved, but off the track, Austin Dillon's a really nice guy. Had a Hot Wheels Stunt Car 04 on a 1980s NASCAR Pontiac body. Some 2004 promos, including a 2004 Coke 600 and a 2004 Daytona 500 car. Actually got this at Daytona itself when I went to Daytona earlier this year in March. And then we've got a few Ernie Irvins. And then we've got Sterling Marlins from 94, 95, 96. And we've got a few Bobby Hamiltons. Looking up to this, Mike Wallace. Yeah, this was a Cup car. We've got a Hot Wheels original Chevy Impala. We've got a few Kevin Harvicks. And then moving on to the 5s, we've got some commemoratives. Next drawer is all 5s. We've got a few more commemoratives, and we've got a Pete Hamilton and an Ernie Irvin short track 1984 Camaro, Terminal Trucking. Got a couple Ricky Rudds. This is a Ricky Rudd that got painted over in an effort to make a Michael Waltrip car. It looks terrible. I tried to take the paint off, return it to a Ricky Rudd car. It looks shit, I know. Got a bunch of Terry Labontes. From his 1994 car, to his Iron Man scheme, to the Honey Crunch Cornflakes car, to his first Tony the Tiger car. We've got this random Prestone knockoff, and we've got a Dick Trickle in there. And a custom that a test car that I was trying to turn to a custom, excuse me. We've got his Fruit Loops car, his Frosted Mini Wheats car, his Final Win, 2003 Southern 500, hood's kind of coming off. His Cheez-It car, and we've got a Blake Feast car from the Busch series. Next up, we've got a Kyle Busch and a couple of Casey Canes, and moving on to the next drawer. In the next drawer, we've got my last few Casey Canes, and moving on to the 6s, we've got a Neil Castles, a promo for Darlington, we got a bunch of Mark Martins after that. A lot of his Valvoline cars. We got a Tommy Houston Suburban Propane. Hank Hill would like that car. I sell propane and propane accessories. A lot more Mark Martins, including his Eagle 1 car from the All-Star race that year, his Xerox car and a chrome version, his 2000 car that for some reason has 1999 headlights, his 2001 Pfizer scheme, his Batman car from 2004, his 2005 All-Star throwback, yeah. Got a Paul Wolf car. This one was another one that had the chassis break due to metal fatigue, so I had to replace it. And this is a car I drove myself in Mr. Johansson's JSCS Cup series on his YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out. Unfortunately, this car didn't do very well. I got screwed over constantly. It was a Dodge Challenger, based on the taillights. And the last of the 6s is a Trevor Bayne. Also, sorry about the lag. We've got the 7s, Maestro promo, a few other promos, including one for NASCAR Sports Grill. And then we've got a Ramos Stott, a few Alan Kowicki's, Jimmy Hensley, some Jeff Bodines, Stevie Reeves, actually, in that Clabber Girl car. A few more Jeff Bodines. I don't know who drove this car in IROC. I believe this is a Hot Wheels original. Got a Michael Waltrip, a Casey Atwood, and a couple Danica Patricks. Moving on to the 8s. These are all promos, except for that one Hot Wheels original down at the end. Next drawer, we start off with Dale Earnhardt's first start in 19... Actually, no, that wasn't his first start. It's one of his first starts, but not his actual first. That's the pink K2 car I don't have. But that's his first start of 1975. Dale Jr. did a throwback to that one day. We've got a Dick Trickle Snickers car, and a Sterling Marlin, a couple Jeff Burtons, a Hut Strickland, and a Bobby Hillin Jr., I believe, in that Clean Shower Mac Attack car. And moving on to the Dale Jr.'s, we've got his rookie car from 2000. We've got his 2001 Pepsi 400 win. This is another car I got when I was at Daytona. So that was a really good find. His 2001 and 2002 primaries. We've got his 2003 censored Talladega win from the 2003 Aaron's 499 with that odd call when he got forced below the yellow line. That's the only time NASCAR has upheld the double yellow line rule. That's the only time they've upheld the getting forced below it is okay thing. And his 2004 Richmond win, 2005 censor, 2005 Bud All-Star Game, 2006 primary, his final win with DEI, a 2006 Sharpie, a 2007 censored, and his iRacing car from the pandemic in 2020. And to round out the 8s, we've got, is that either a Daniel Hemrick or is it Tyler Reddick? I think it is Tyler Reddick. And now for the 9s, we've got a Scott Herberg, Mike Wallace, a promo car, and a custom of Brad Keselowski's first win using a Hot Wheels circle tracker. We got Bill Elliott. Yeah, there's Haley again, sorry. A few Lake Speeds. Joe Bessie, I think, in that Delco Remy America car. Yeah, that is Joe Bessie. Got another Lake Speed, a Jerry Nadeau, and a bunch of Bill Elliots. Then we get into the Casey Canes, including this car, which was originally part of a diorama I had. I got this car in this condition. I tried to turn it into a diorama. Then someone had the brilliant idea to throw my diorama away. Thankfully, I was able to recover the car. Got a few more Casey Canes. We got some COTs in there. And then we get to the Chase Elliots, which I've got a few of, including his 2020 championship car and his 2019 Roval wreck and win. We've got Derek Cope, another Sterling Marlin, and a few Ricky Rudds with a Phil Parsons in there. We've got Jeff Green now, including a wrecked version of his car from the 2000 Busch Daytona race where both he and Michael Waltrip ended up flipping. It's a wrecked version of his flip from that race. And we got a couple Johnny Benson to end off the drawer. Next drawer, we got a couple more Johnny Bensons, and this is either another Jeff Green or a Scott Riggs. I'll have to check the back, see if there's rookie stripes on it. Yep, there's rookie stripes on the back. It's a Scott Riggs. Got a couple promo cars, and some Danica Patricks. Got this Hot Wheels Classic. We've got a Hill Yarborough, a Brett Bodine, a Bill Elliott. This is another Hot Wheels original that was actually based on Bill Elliott's car. Yeah, this thing's really heavy. Probably really good for downhill racing. Got a few Brett Bodines. Got a Jason Jarrett in there. Interesting, this 2001 Brett Bodine Ralph's car was manufactured by Hot Wheels, but released by Action for some unknown reason. You can clearly see the Hot Wheels logo on there. And even though it came in Action packaging, when I got it at Daytona, the packaging was really heavily damaged, so I took it out. Got a few Denny Hamlins. Boo! I don't like Denny Hamlin. Moving on to the 12s, we've got a Neil Bonnet, rest in peace. A Bobby Allison, also rest in peace. Derek Cope, and this is a Roger Blackstock ARCA car. Original loaner, painted the front to look like a Dodge Intrepid. Don't know why. Also, Hoosier tires. Some Jeremy Mayfields. I almost said Jeffrey Earnhardt, that's Kerry Earnhardt. A few Ryan Newmans, and a Brad Keselowski. And two Lionel promos. Digger Cam car. Two Cook 600s, and a Ryan Blaney. 2018, I believe. Actually met Ryan Blaney at a Knights game earlier this year. He's really chill. Really chill compared to his Penske teammate, Joey Logano. Moving on to the 13s, you've got a Jerry Nadeau and two Hot Wheels Stalkers. On to the 14s, you've got AJ Foyt, Patty Moyes. I believe that's either Mike Bliss or Ron Hornaday. I think that's a Ron Hornaday Conseco car. Sterling Marlin, a couple Tony Stewarts, a custom Doritos car in there, and Clint Boyer. Next drawer. Next drawer, we've got another Clint Boyer, and I believe this is a Chase Briscoe. Yeah, it is. I can see the rookie stripes back there. We've got a Brett Bodine. Got this one at Daytona. Lake Speed, Hot Wheels original Chevy truck. Kenny Schrader Busch car. And, of course, we got Michael Waltrip's 2001 Daytona 500 win. Rest in peace, Dale. A couple more Michael Waltrips. 2001 Pepsi 400 scheme. He finished second to Dale Jr. in that. We've got a couple more Clint Boyers. Commemorative car in a wrecked version. Got a Ron Hornaday. Several Ted Musgraves. We've got a couple Greg Biffles. Rest in peace, Greg. Ryan Reed. And a second Noah Gregson Knights car. My mother bought one for me unknowing of the fact that I already had one, so this is my only loose next gen. Or only loose Gen 7. Got a David Pearson. Funnily enough, my only David Pearson. Got lots of Darrell Waltrips. Lots of Matt Kenseth as well, including a wrecked version of his 2001 car. Some Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s. Love that Sunny D car. Got a Greg Trammell, Dale Jarrett. A lot of Bobby Labontes, including his 2001 Talladega flip car, including a wrecked version. His 2002 MB&A banquet car, and a few Kyle Bushes. Now, the story of this Kyle Busch car, I sent this one in to use in a friend's stop motion, and I got it back in this horrible condition. It was the first and last time I ever sent a car in. And we've got a Tony Raines and a couple Casey Atwoods to round out this drawer. Next drawer, we got more Casey Atwoods, several Jeremy Mayfields, and a couple Elliott Sadlers in the 19s. And then we've got a Daniel Suarez and a Martin Truex Jr. to round out the 19s. We've got a Joe Ruttman Fina for the start of the 20s. This Top Racing knockoff. And a lot of Tony Stewarts. Is that, I believe this is his rookie car. No, this is his 2000 car. Also from 2000. And his 2001 Fall Talladega car. His 2002 championship car. This is one of those that, like that Matt Kenseth car I mentioned earlier, that if you kept it in the cold, it would change to a test car. Unfortunately, this one's pretty badly torn up. Got his Shrek car, his Olympics car, a test car, and we've got a couple Matt Kenseths. Got a Marvin Pinch, I believe. Then we got a bunch of 21s. We got Dale Jarrett, Morgan Shepherd, Michael Waltrip, Elliott Sadler, Ricky Rudd, Kevin Harvick, another Ricky Rudd, John Wood, and even Trevor Bayne. Got 22s, that's Fireball Roberts. And we've got a Sterling Marlin, Bobby Labonte, and a bunch of Ward Burtons. Finally ending off with a Dave Blaney and a Hot Wheels Stalker. Last drawer for this toolbox, we start with a Kurt Busch custom I never finished. And a Joey Logano. Boo! I hate Joey Logano. But a Hot Wheels original and a... I believe that's a Chad Little's, either a Chad Little or a Jimmy Spencer. We got this knockoff truck. I had to modify a spoiler onto that one. It didn't come with one. And we got a few Jimmy Spencers. And we've got a Hut Strickland. We've got a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of Jeff Gordons. And all of these, including his Jurassic Park car, Chroma Premier car, his 50th anniversary that William Byron threw back to a couple of years ago, his Superman car, his 1998 championship car, his Pepsi cars, his Bugs Bunny cars. Now this one's the one he won at Bristol with in 2002 with his bump and run against Rusty Wallace. That was a great race. This is 2001. He lost to Kevin Harvick at Atlanta in this one. Another Pepsi cars. Pepsi play for $1 billion. The car that beat a bunch of Coke C2 cars. I have a Coke C2 car. You'll see it later. The Nicorette car. The one he wrecked at Las Vegas. The one that NASCAR refused to show the in-car cam because Jeff Gordon moved a certain way. His Chase car. I believe this is one of his last DuPont schemes. AARP Drive to End Hunger Gen 6. And end of the 24s with a William Byron. 25s, you've got I believe that's a Wally Dallenbach classic. Got a couple Kenny Schraders. Got I believe that's a Hermes Sadler with the heart on it. I think the previous owner had patched out whatever was on that hood and just left the heart. I think it said Virginia's for lovers or something. Anyway, we've got a Kirk Shelmerdine. Moving over, we've got a couple more Kenny Schraders and a couple Ricky Cravens. Jerry Nadeau, Brian Vickers, Casey Mears. At 26, we've got a Junior Johnson, Leroy Yarborough, rest in peace, Hot Wheels original. One of the Kenny Bernstein ones. This car, when in the package, listed it as a Kenny Bernstein car, but yeah, he was the owner. He didn't drive it. Ricky Rudd drove that. Got Brett Bodine, a few Johnny Bensons, a few Kmart cars. I know my buddy Doc will like that because he's doing a thing on Kmart right now. Those are driven by Jimmy Spencer, and we round out the 26th with a Hot Wheels original. 27s, we start at the end of this drawer with a Cale Yarborough. Next box, we actually start with a 29 truck. It's a Kevin Harvick. Moving on to the rest of the 27s, we've got a few Hut Stricklands, or Hut Strickland and or Jimmy Spencer. They both drove this car. This is actually the car that started the McDonald's curse. Got a Loy Allen, a couple Kenny Irwins, rest in peace. Casey Atwood. I believe that's Johnny Sauter in that 27. I don't know who, I think that's Jeff Green in that one. It's either Jeff Green or Jason Keller. And moving on to the 28s, you've got Fred Lorenzen and It's-a me, Mario. I got this Mario at, this Mario car. It was one of the ones I got at Daytona. I think this was a Mario Kart 64 promo. Yep, it says Mario Kart 64 on the back. And next up, we've got Davey Allison. Funny story about this Davey Allison car, by the way. My late father took me to a race shop in Mooresville where this car was resting. The real one, not the diecast. And I looked at it, and the lady that was working in that race shop said, "Don't touch it, young man. That's the original dust." True story, by the way. Got a few more Davey Allisons. Some Ernie Irvins. Got a Kenny Irwin in there. There was a couple Ricky Rudds. A few more Ricky Rudds. We've got a Joey Gase doing a Davey Allison throwback. 29s, we've got a couple of Steve Grissom's. Quite a few Kevin Harvicks, including his first win, his AOL car. I think that was from the All-Star race. His 2002 primary, 2003 primary. Got a custom in there. And there's the Coke C2 car I mentioned. And then we get the 30s, and we got a lot of Michael Waltrips and a couple Johnny Bensons in there. All right, next drawer. All right, next drawer, we've got some more Johnny Bensons and a couple Derek Copes back there. And we've also got that is a Steve Park that's kind of hard to see back there because of the light. Sorry about that. Got a Hot Wheels original truck, and we've got I believe that is Steve Grissom Busch car channel log. Some Mike Skinners, some Robbie Gordons. Actually, one Robbie Gordon. A couple Jeff Burtons and a Ryan Newman. And moving on to the 32s, excuse me. We've got Dale Jarrett, Jeff Green, both Busch cars, and a Scott Pruitt, and some Ricky Cravens. And this one is a custom of Ricky Craven's Darlington win from 2003, former closest finish in NASCAR history. 2024's Kansas finish dethroned that. A few more Ricky Cravens down here. And starting off the 33s is a Hot Wheels original. This one's kind of hard to see, but there's a 33 on it. There we go, that's a little better. Got a few Harry Gants, and a couple Ken Schraders, a Joe Nemechek, a few Tony Rainses, and ending off with two Hot Wheels originals. Starting off the next drawer, I believe this 34 is Mike McLaughlin. I could be wrong. We've got a Randy LaJoy and a David Reagan for the 34s. 35s, and a Bill Venturini. Got a few Todd Bodines, there's only two, and a Hot Wheels original. Got a Kenny Wallace, this knockoff. Got an Ernie Irvin. A couple Ernie Irvins, actually, and a few Kenny Schraders, including a wrecked one. Lots of Kenny Schraders. That is a patriotic scheme from one year. We end the 36s with a Hank Parker Jr. and a Boris Said, I believe. Yeah, Boris Said. 37s, we got a John Andretti, rest in peace, a Jeremy Mayfield. Only one Hot Wheels original. Put Art and Racing on the hood of this truck. And an Elton Sawyer, a Dennis Setzer, an Elliott Sadler custom, a Casey Kane, another Elliott Sadler, and a couple David Gillens. We've only got two 39s, and one's a Hot Wheels original, a super tuned with a 39 painted on the top by the previous owner, and a Ryan Newman. And the first of the 40s is this, I believe that's Bobby Hillen. Yep, it is. Next drawer. For the 40s, we've got a Tim Fedewa, we've got a few Sterling Marlins, including this gold Pick a Pilgrim one. The Brooks and Dunn one's back here. You drove that at Bristol in 1999 when Earnhardt rattled Labonte's cage. Got the Silver Bullet, a custom Silver Bullet. The paint is wearing off. I got to redo that. Got the Prilosec car, and then got a David Stremme Tums car. Moving on to the 41, we've got a Phil Parsons, a few Ricky Cravens, or Steve Grissom. Got another Daytona promo. I believe that's one of the ones I got at Daytona. A few Casey Mearses. And then a Kurt Busch. 42s, we got a few Kyle Pettys. That one knockoff. Some Joe Nemecheks and some Kenny Irwins, rest in peace. And a couple Jamie McMurray's. That first one's a custom Pepsi car. Gotta redo that one. And a Juan Pablo Montoya and a Kyle Larson. We start the 43s with a few of King Richard Petty. Lots of Petty cars in this drawer. We got two Richard Pettys to start off. Then we got a Bobby Hamilton, a Rodney Combs, French's car, and a lot more Bobby Hamiltons down here. And we get to some John Andretti's. And a couple Jeff Greens and Bobby Labonte's. We finally round out the 43s with an Eric Almirola and a Bubba Wallace. Start with the 44s, the Rick Wilson, a Bobby Labonte, and a bunch of Kyle Pettys. And there's even a promo car in there. Round out the 44s with a knockoff and one last Kyle Petty. Oh yeah, there's also a Christian Fittipaldi and one Hot Wheels original in there. Now starting off the 45s, we got a bunch more Kyle Pettys. Unfortunately, I don't have an Adam Petty yet. Now this car right here, this 45 with the missing hood, that was one of my childhood favorite cars that I used to play with all the time as a kid. I used to take it to preschool a lot. We used to have this racing club. And one day, a bully had this really fast car that was so good it knocked everyone else's cars off the track. And mine rolled down the hill and just broke apart. Real sad. I never saw that kid again after that day. Got a few more Kyle Petty's, and to start the 46, we've got a couple Cole Trickles. Got some Wally Dallenbachs, this 146 Custom, what it would be like if Hendrick had a extra car in like 2006. Got a bunch of Jimmy Johnsons. Here's another one of those that would switch from a test car to a real car in the different temperatures. I'm going to close this up and start the fall. A few more Jimmy Johnsons, including a couple SpongeBob cars. And his final ride. We've got a GC Spencer. Down we've got a couple. Oh, there it is. There's the Carrot Top Mobile. Funny story about when I finally got the Carrot Top Mobile. I bought it while on stream with Nasshawk and some of his friends last year. If I can find the clip where I bought it, I'll put it up on screen right now.
So, you know that Carrot Top listing I found?
Yeah.
I bought it.
You bought it?
Yippee! Yeah, I bought it!
Oh my god! This is the moment in history! This is the moment in history! No, bought it! Carrot Top jumps.
Anyway, we've got that one Schwann's car to round out the 49s, and with the 50s, we've got a couple Ricky Cravens, got a Mark Green, Tony Roper, rest in peace. And with the 51s, we've got a couple Rowdy Burnses from Days of Thunder. The 52s, we've got a Jimmy Means and a Ken Schrader Busch car. His next few drawers are small ones. We've got a 53 Hot Wheels Original, got a Jasper Pontiac for some reason, that's Ted Musgrave. We've got a Kenny Wallace, actually 3 Kenny Wallaces actually. Moving on from that, we've got a couple Bobby Hamiltons, a Michael Waltrip, Hot Wheels Originals, 2 Jason Kellers, this one knockoff from some Buck Lane guy, and we've got a Robert Presley number 59 Alliance car. Another Hot Wheels Original, a few Mark Martin Busch cars in there. This 61 Haas Ellington. This 62, which is an inverse of the Kenny Bernstein 26. I don't know who drove it. It's pretty beat up. It was from McDonald's. Got a Tracy Leslie, a few Elmo Langleys, and that 165 Hot Wheels Original. Got a 66 Original. Got a Kelly Yarborough. Derek Cope, I believe, drove that 66. And we got an Elliott Sadler Busch Series car. Got a few Darrell Waltrips. Oh, there's a Spider. Hello, Spider. I believe this was... I don't know who... I think this was Billy Standridge who drove that. No, it was Billy Parker. That's who it was. And this one is actually a Greg Biffle car. Rest in peace, Greg Biffle. Moving on to the final toolbox, we've got a Dick May. Yeah, haha, funny number kids are obsessed with. I better not see any jokes in the comments. Got a Bobby Hamilton, few Hot Wheels Originals, no 69, apparently. And we've got a J.D. McDuffie, rest in peace. Got another Hot Wheels Original, a few Dave Marcuses, and even a Kevin LePage teddy bear car. 72 Ken Bouchard. Got another Tracy Leslie. At first I thought that was like Mike Dillon or somebody, but it's not. And a couple more Hot Wheels Originals. A couple Morgan Shepherds. Kevin Harvick or Rick Mast. Another Hot Wheels Original. Yes, Kevin Harvick did drive this 75 Spears car. I believe that was in ARCA where he drove it. Got a 76 Larry Frank. Union 76 Hot Wheels Original. And another promo from Daytona. It's another one I got at Daytona. Got a Jasper Engines Robert Presley. Another Robert Presley. Got an Elmo Langley. No, not Elmo. Bernie Lamar. Dumbass. Yeah, that's a Bernie Lamar, number 77. I believe that's pretty rare because that's the only Bernie Lamar car I've ever seen. Got a Sam Warner's Jr., a custom K2 barbecue sauce car. Another Hot Wheels Original down here, 79. And a few Kenny Wallace 81s. We've got this 82 that was originally going to be a Scott Wimmer custom I never finished. Got a Lake Speed, a Hot Wheels Original, a custom unsponsored 85. And I've got a couple Joe Nemecheks. It's a custom 87 with like... I really need to redo the paint on this one too. And this, if you know who drove this, I'll give you a chance to guess. Time's up, it's Kyle Busch. Then, ending this drawer, we've got the 88s. We start with the Dale Jarretts. A lot more Dale Jarretts in here, as well as a Ricky Rudd Snickers car, And then we get to the Dale Juniors. It is a... I thought I had his Daytona 500 one in here. Ah, here it is. Right here. Diet Mountain Dew car. We got a Alex Bowman. We got a couple Jim Sodders. Got some Mike Wallaces, some Dick Trickles. Another Mike Wallace down here. A couple Hot Wheels originals. A Larry Pearson. Some Stacy Comptons. This one's a Jimmy Johnson car. And we've got a Todd Bodine, I think, drove this. It's either Todd Bodine or Andy Houston. Got a Mellow Yellow 500 promo. And some Dave Blaney's. Second to last drawer, we got a couple Sterling Marlins and a bunch of Bill Elliott's. Got his Batman Forever car. You got the car he wrecked at Talladega. You got the car that Harry Gant covered for him in. You got a... Bob Eastridge, I think is the name of this guy. You got the car he wrecked at Talladega in 1998. The Ronald McDonald car. The Mac the Knight car, 50th anniversary car. That one's a fantasy scheme. Got the Chrome car. We got the Win $1 Million car. We got his 2000 car. And we've only got 195, and it's a Darrell Waltrip. Moving on to the 96s, we got this Hot Wheels original I picked up at Daytona. This promo, some David Greens, and a couple more originals. At 97, we got this fantasy scheme. We got a couple Chad Littles and a Kurt Busch. The final drawer, we've got a few more Kurt Busches and a Jimmy Spencer, and a Jeremy Mayfield. I think that's Jeremy Mayfield in that first 98. Got a John Andretti. I believe this was his 1997 Daytona win. Yeah, it is. Got a Greg Sachs Woody Woodpecker, a Hot Wheels original. Got a, I believe this was Grant Enfinger that drove this. This 99, I don't... Oh, Glenn Allen, that's who drove that. I got quite a few Jeff Burtons over here. Got a couple promos. Some more Jeff Burtons. A lot more Jeff Burtons. And a Carl Edwards. And a Tim Flock. Hot Wheels original. A few more promos and Hot Wheels originals before last couple of promos for the Brewers and a NASCAR Heat 3. Unfortunately, this is PTC mold. And that's all my NASCAR collection. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you guys next time.